Hey, Carrie, which cheese is the most religious?
I don't know.
Swiss.
Why is that?
Because it's the most holy.
Aha!
Welcome back to Bon Appetit, where we make all of your dreams in the kitchen come true. Today we're doing a southern style macaroni and cheese, and it's gonna be nasty. To start with, a pound of macaroni noodles, 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk, 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, 1/2 cup of sour cream, some chopped garlic, which your grandma would never dare to do. We've got 1/2 stick of butter and some chopped parsley. Using sharp yellow cheddar, sharp white cheddar, a pound of mozzarella, and Gouda. For spice, we're using a pinch of cayenne, some smoked paprika, black pepper, and our secret ingredient is secret. Step 1 will be to boil these noodles in some heavily salted water for 7 to 9 minutes until they are al dente. The Italians say when you're cooking pasta, you want the water to be as salty as the Mediterranean. So you want a ton of salt in there with your pasta, and you want just maybe a teaspoon of oil on top to prevent the overboil, because a teaspoon of oil will break the surface tension of the water. Hey, Carrie, why did the cheese start lifting weights?
No.
Because it wanted to get shredded.
Yeah. Huh.
While our pasta is boiling, we've gone ahead and shredded all of our cheeses. And what a beautiful display that is. And yes, it'll take this much cheese. In the meantime, we're going to create the custard that we're going to use as a sauce instead of creating a roux. 1.5 cups of milk, 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream for the thickening, and these 3 room temperature eggs. Boy, I did that so totally backwards. To this custard is where we apply some black pepper, put a layer of cayenne. If you take cayenne in time, you can stop a heart attack. And paprika. And our secret ingredient is a tablespoon of honey. Let's whisk up this custard. Come on, whisk it like you love it. Hey, Carrie, how can you tell when cheese is lying to you? When what they say is too good to be true. Being raised in the South, this dish is very near and dear to my heart. It would be the one that the aunt always brings to the wedding or the family reunion or just church on Sunday. And I never figured out what made it different from every other mac and cheese. And unfortunately, I never asked. I've been able to go online and hopefully figure out what the secrets are. And those secrets I'm here to try and share with you. The eggs. You have to have the eggs in your custard. Hopefully by now you've preheated your oven to 350 degrees. Because I didn't, as usual. Secret number 1 is to don't rinse your noodles. Get those in there. Hit them with that 1/2 stick of butter. Add this sour cream. Let's take 1/2 of our noodles into our casserole. Is that half, honey?
Looks like it.
We're going to apply a layer of each of our cheeses. Make sure you got a nice layer of cheese. This is almost like a lasagna method. Give your custard a quick whisk. Apply 1/2 of that. Hey, Carrie, why did the cheese become an astronaut?
I don't know why.
Because it wanted to go to the Milky Way. Then, believe it or not, the rest of your noodles. I'm kidding, you're gonna believe it. Crushed garlic, which Grandma would never do. Go in with the rest of this custard. All right, see that? That is wet enough. It's cheese enough. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes and then give it a check. Hey, Carrie, why does everybody love mozzarella cheese?
Why?
Because it's so cheesy going. Whoa! Now, Carrie, I don't know who's supposed to help us eat this. That is insane.
Wow.
Look at that. As much as I'd love to dive into this face first, we have to let it set up. We have to, like a pie or a cake. Well, I know you're disappointed, but we're gonna leave this alone for 10 or 15 minutes before we cut into it and do a reveal. However, it's not a bad time to add a vegetable so that you can tell your mother that you eat your vegetables. I don't know how many times I've been in a diner and the list of vegetables includes macaroni and cheese, but it's every time. I can't tell you how many times. It's every time. Can't believe it.
That looks delicioso. Ooh, that's a nice sand.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Now we have permission to cut into this beautiful dish. So I'm just gonna do it like I would on any given Sunday. Let's go in. Oh wait, first check out this. Can you get real low? That's what you. That's when you know. That's when you know it's right.
Good.
All right, let's get us a serving of this here, Southern style mac and cheese. And look at that, the way it just lifts up out of there. Stands up on its own like a souffle. That's what we're looking for. Wow. Just looking at this, I can tell we did it right. This is exactly what I was looking for. This takes me back to my childhood. This takes me back to my home. And I'm going in. I'm going to need another sample. I'm gonna cry. You want me to cry on camera?
Why?
Because I'm about ready to cry because this takes me exactly to where I was trying to go with this recipe and my childhood. I figured out what my mother's secret was, my aunt's secret was, and my grandmother's secret was. So now I can pass this on to you, the viewer at home. This is really touching my heart in more ways than one. You just can't argue with the way that custard of egg makes it lifts everything up. It lifts the cheese up, it lifts the noodles up out of the pasta. It stands up on its own like you sliced a piece of cake. And you really need to try this at home. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, share us around. This has been Bon Appetit, and God bless. Hey Carrie, why did the cheese turn to crime?
Don't know.
Because at heart it was a monster. Why did the cheesecake? Wait. Step 1 is to get these noodles onto a boil. Step 1 is to boil these noodles. So I'm going to. Step 1 is boil these. Step 1 is.
Delicious time.
What's the matter to do? Somebody was eating cheese and dropped one in the sour cream.
Oh, it must have been the cat that's not inside.
Yeah, it must have been the cat. Nerves. I got noodle nerves. What? You should have noodle nerves too. Being raised in the South, this dish is. Wow, you want me to be honest on camera? I don't know how to act honest.
Oh my, what?
I can be honest,
Wow, that's
or I can
honest.
act. I can't act honest.
What? You should do your funny face.
That is my funny face. Why? What funny face did you have in mind?
No, like when you're shredding. That guy.
Oh. Getting character. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Okay.
You gotta let them eggs set and do what they gotta do.
I'm hangry, boy.
Well, you ain't hangry at me.
I'm
You
hungry.
hangry at yourself.